Mic check. Check, check. Hopefully we're live. Not 100% sure yet. Oh yes, yes we are. Hi everybody. Hello, 도니도 어서 오고. So welcome to Chat BTC everybody. Doni and everybody. So for those of you that have been following me for a little bit, I haven't live streamed in a long time. Probably 12 months now since I did my last stream. I've still been streaming diligently on my Korean channel, but I decided to do some English. So obviously, I don't know if you remember me from my first name. The channel name when I first started was called Impulse Later. Then I changed that to something else. Long story short, it was called. Now I am Chat BTC, and we're gonna talk about Bitcoin. So I've been trading for a long time, of course, and I've been streaming for the last 2-3 years, maybe. Primarily in Korea, of course, and yeah. So let's talk about Bitcoin. It's there's a lot that's happened in the last 12 months, of course, and it's gonna take me too long to talk about all of that. So why don't I talk to you about how Bitcoin is moving since the all-time high, and hopefully I can continue to live stream on my English channel as well, which will help with continuing the analysis, you know what I mean? Because I on my Korean channel I almost stream daily, so I don't really need to talk the same thing over and over. It's almost a continuation of the analysis that I provide. So hopefully I can do that with my English channel too. So let's get going. So from the all-time high up here, so on its way up, we have been shorting, mostly shorting up here. Not because we were bearish. We've always been bullish, but we were just waiting for some sort of a retracement because Bitcoin have been moving up quite consistently without a big retracement. So we've been looking for a short position all the way through. I think around this area was a short where I was able to take some good profit. Without going too far, let's start talking from here. 호두리엄님, 어서 오시고. So up in this area, when Bitcoin started to head down, we were obviously very bearish at this time. And then when the chart started to look like that, this was the point where we thought if Bitcoin's going to bounce and test the all-time high and start to head back up, this was going to be 1-to-1 from the top. This was going to be the area where we were going to be bullish if the 0B trend line can be broken. 0B is simply a trend line that looks like this. If the correction was going to finish, this would have been the structure. You know what I mean? So in this area, we were still bearish, only because we were waiting for a short. But we also at the same time thought that the correction could have finished in this area and Bitcoin try for a new all-time high from here. But as you know, it went like this, and this is the point where, you know, I decided that this market structure here is very, very, very bearish. So this was the structure that we were looking at. You know, people call this a falling wedge, whatever they call. For us, we call this a motive wave, right? A diagonal. So this is a bearish diagonal where there's 5 wave movements that could have finished, right? So from here, we were looking for a retracement of this structure. Actually, let me just not talk so detailed. I'm going to take hours if I do. So when this structure was made, we were looking for a retracement, and the retracement was going to be in this area. We were looking for a reversal signal, right? I did enter into a short position, but my average price wasn't good. So I entered into a short position here. Not a great entry. However, when it came down, I took a little bit of a profit, and the reason why I did that is because this structure here, I wasn't too sure if that looked more like a corrective wave or a motive wave. So I took some profit here because my entry wasn't so good anyway. So I was looking to either get into a short position if Bitcoin comes back up here. If it heads back down, I was looking for my area of reversal, which is around in this area. So if Bitcoin dropped down to here, I was going to get into a swing long position, right? But obviously it didn't. And when it didn't, so after this motive wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a falling wedge or a diagonal, after it retraced and it broke the low, this was my analysis back then was that the price was going to come back down at least once more, right? And the reason why I said that were based on 2 things. First, I just felt like this structure here wasn't long enough, right? Because really, for those of you that know how I trade, I'm looking for at least a 854 extension, right? Of course, it doesn't always come this way, but I am always looking for a 854 extension. And another fact that I thought that it was going to come back down is because this structure here was a clear 3-wave move for me, right? 1, 2, 3. So I knew this was a corrective wave, more likely to be a corrective wave than a motive wave. Then when it came down for a new low, this was what we call 오뎅 간장 in Korea. Not a lot, right? The bottom bounced up without touching the 1.236 line here. So at this point, my analysis was that even if it goes up, this might be an expanding flat and head down for a new low, right? So in this area, between 1.618, 2.618, in this area, I was looking to get into a short. I did get into a short position in this area, but because Bitcoin came up for one more new high, my short was stopped, and then it headed down. So I guess what I'm saying is based on the bearish movements up here, we were looking for a corrective wave to finish. And after this expanded flat, the Bitcoin price coming back down once more in a 3-wave move, this is where we sort of knew. Nobody knew for a fact, but we knew that this could be the intermediate bottom. And the reason why we thought that is, again, we look for the same extension, right? So from here, a 3-wave move down to here, and then one retracement of this 3-wave move, and then a new low into the 854 extension area. And when the 0B trend line started to break, we knew now it was going to be not new. We knew that the probability of Bitcoin going up again was high, right? So we've been pretty bullish ever since March sort of 21st, right? When this started to happen. And we traded here a lot, of course, but what's important now is that when a corrective move finishes up, right? The next thing that we're thinking about is price going up for a new high, right? But one of the things that's really, really important that not many people pay close attention to is the balance between the corrective wave and the next wave. And when I talk about balance, I'm talking about price versus time. So in this area, this much time had taken, and so we knew if something was going to happen, it should have happened in this area for the next wave to look correct. And so based on this, and there's a lot of things that we look at. It's hard to name every single one of those, but if you guys start joining my live stream, we can have a proper chat, answer your questions and stuff. But the next area for a reversal, for a swing position, was going to be up here, right? Between 854 and so 854 and 1.236. So in this area, we were looking for a short position. There was a channel that looks like this. We were closely following, plus a major resistance level in this area, right? So we thought this is going to be a swing short area. So we were looking for a swing short up here. Thankfully, we were able to get into this short, I think, for that reason. And also another short up here. I wasn't able to try this short though. I was sleeping at the time when this was happening. So I think I was live streaming on the Korean channel when I went into a short position here, and also went to a short position here. And then now looking at the smaller time frame, again the same 0B trend line started to break. So I thought, I better start taking some profit here. So I took most of my profits in that area. I think I use multiple exchanges. So this is MEXC that I use, and this is Bitget. So Bitget short, took some profit here, and then I ultimately got out in this area, I think. Oh no, and then got most out in this area, and I had a stop loss set in this area, so that took my stop loss out. I think I maybe did get into a short here. I'm not too sure. But we can talk about that later. And now, looking at this. So since the intermediate top, a very aggressive move down, one more leg down, and then it started to bounce, right? So the first point where I started to enter into a short position is in this area, right? Because I was looking for a reversal in this area between 184, 236. And because it's looked like a flat structure to me, I started to enter into a short position here. I think I took some profit. By the way, this position, when I was sleeping, I forgot to cancel one of my maker trades at 0.1 Bitcoin, right? So I'm not doing anything right now, but I am looking to get into a long position here. I'm thinking maximum maybe 1 to 2 Bitcoin in this area, which I'm going to talk to you about soon. But what I'm looking for is Yes, in this area, right? In this area, I started to go into short positions, and I think I ran because Bitcoin went up again. So I was managing my risk there. And then after the three-wave move was formed, we knew, the analysis that I've been providing on my Korean channel is that if this breaks, if the price breaks above this point, then we were going to be bullish. And when we are bullish, we're looking for retracement, like a retracement to get into long positions. And then the next short was going to be around this area, right? A three-wave move up, a retracement, and then one more wave. And we were hoping, well, I was hoping personally for Bitcoin to die. And that's why I was starting to get into the short positions here. Took a little bit of profit and ran because it wouldn't go down. And now we're up here. And this is the most significant point that I want to talk to you about. So firstly, so I've got some Korean subscribers here talking Korean. I'll talk to you soon. So again, so this area is a swing short area for me, right? So and since the aggressive move down in this area, it could easily go for a new low, right? But that doesn't mean that I'm just gonna enter into a short position and pray, right? Because I swing trade, I day trade, and I scalp as well. So because we're in this area, I'm a little bit hesitant to get into a swing long here. I'm not going to get into any swing long positions in this area. The first area where I might get into a swing long is going to be around, sort of around in this area, right? In this support area. If the price drops down here, maybe it comes down in this form, then I might get into a long position here. But I'm not interested in a swing long. And the next entry point is going to be for me all the way down here. If not in this area, I'm going to be getting into a long position in this area, because this area is what I'd like to call it's a very fearful spot. So people like to draw insignificant trend lines like this, and when the trend line, if the trend line breaks, this could be a panic sell area, right? And if the price dumps, this will make sure all the fish and the ants to run. And most people would probably wait for a long position in these support areas here. But I'm gonna enter into a long position here a little bit before it reaches this area, so that I can get into a long position and everybody wait down here. Do you know what I mean? So that's sort of my swing view right now. Looking at this structure here, this is a swing short area. If people are trading Bitcoin on a long-term basis, for me, definitely, this is a swing short area still. Why? Because there's a three structure move that looks like a corrective wave that could have finished, unless Bitcoin goes up for a new high. If Bitcoin goes up for a new high, then this no longer will look like a corrective wave. Do you know what I mean? But until that happens, I'm not interested in a swing long. Why? Because even though this could be a corrective wave, the new corrective wave could have finished here, and a correction could happen. So there's a couple of things that can happen. If this corrective has finished, if this is another corrective wave that's finished, there's gonna be a complex corrective wave that could finish like that, or Bitcoin start to do this. which means if I'm in any of the short positions, I'm going to be taking a lot of profit in this area. If it falls more, there's going to be a bonus for me, and then I'm going to be entering into a long position from a swing perspective. But swing, I don't like to talk too much about because I just don't have the patience to be waiting for swing positions. So that's why I trade a lot. I scalp a lot. If there's a scalp opportunity, if there's day trade opportunities, I day trade. And the next day trading position that I'm going to be entering into is a long position in this area. So yes, from the intermediate top, the move down looks very aggressive. But at the same time, Bitcoin should have moved down from here if this structure was to continue. Can it go down from here? Absolutely, it can. However, to me, this structure looks like a pretty good, more bullish than bearish to me. And that's why I'm waiting for retracement of this last move here. This last move. And the extension of this in the same area between 854 and 1.236. So that's what I'm waiting for. And once I enter into that position, if it comes up, I'm going to take my profit here. First profit. And if it starts to head up even more, I'm going to take another profit here. And if it continues to go up, I probably won't have much. If I have one Bitcoin, if I got into a 1 Bitcoin long here, by the time it comes here and I take my second profit, I might have like 0.2 or 0.1 only Bitcoin left, right? So it's going to be insignificant anyway. So I might take all of my profits here and just wait for the next trade. Can it go up to an all-time high again? I absolutely think that it can. Because it can simply retrace this move, and this could be the intermediate bottom, and go up again, right? And this could be an expanded flat retracement, and that could easily be a correction of either this wave's correction or this last wave. Last wave starting from here, right? So it's a good retracement coming down to 618. So you know the next wave up could be the third wave, right? But again, I'm too impatient. So this is just 0.1. Yeah, I'm not interested in that one. I was trying for short positions in this area yesterday, and then I closed it all up before I went to sleep because I was too drunk. I was drinking a lot, and I must have had one more maker position set up here without knowing. So when I got up, it was coming down. So I don't have a position right now, but in this area, I'm going to be getting into a long position. And in terms of how I trade, my Korean subscribers know exactly how I trade, but I'm not going to wait. I'm not the type to put a stop loss down here and get into a long position here, because I think only losers do that. I find a very tight stop loss somewhere so that my ratio is good. So for example, if it comes down like this and it starts to go up, my stop loss is here, right? My average price in terms of my long could be here, so that I can make sure that my ratio is gonna be, like 8 to 1, 10 to 1, even if I take early profits. So I like to do that with my day trading positions. So that's pretty much what I'm thinking right now. So if I just recap from here, it looks corrective. That's why we've been looking for, like from a swing perspective, we're looking for a long or bullish movement from this point. And now that Bitcoin could have finished a 3-wave move, now it's in an area of short, swing short, because the stop loss is very tight and it's got the potential of coming down to a new low based on a lot of different things that I look at. But the simple things, without getting into too much detail, because you know, in the Korean channel, I stream for hours talking about everything. So a channel here, major resistance here, Fibonacci extension is in a good area too. So that's why it could be this area is now bearish area, right? From a time perspective. And the reason why I'm getting into a long position here is because even though this move seems very aggressive, this could have been a 3-wave move down already. And the reason why I say that is because if Bitcoin price had any intention of going down, I think this area would have been a good area for a short. But it started to go up, took out this point, so we've been bullish ever since. And now that it's retracing in this form, I think for me, as a day trading position, this looks like a good long position. And that's why I'm saying, it's because it's only a day trading position. If Bitcoin comes down to, say, in this area, and I get into a long position, it starts to go up, on the retracement of this, I'm going to take my first profit. Because if it heads down, then my stop loss is set here. If I take some profit here, at least I'm not going to lose, right? Even if Bitcoin goes for another low, this becomes a profitable trade. But if it goes up even more, and I take another profit up here somewhere, or even in this area, depending on how this structure looks, then if it goes down, my stop loss is already set, so it's no problem, right? And that's why I'm looking for that. And if Bitcoin comes back up, it really depends on how it goes up. Hopefully, I'm gonna do another live stream in English as well. But I'll talk to you about what might happen in the next stream, right? Because it's hard to say because it hasn't happened yet. 롱스토리 숏이 더 좋은 것 같다고? 그걸 이 새끼야 지금 말하면 어떡해. 네 없을 때 임마 챗 BTC로 하기로 했어. So that's it, guys. So I'm looking for a long, and I think like 1 Bitcoin is probably gonna be good. And this season I started with 10k. Now I'm up to 27. I started in December. I'm up to 27k already. I'm probably the most transparent. I'm probably the most transparent YouTuber in the world, right? I know there's a lot of people who like to analyze things and say that it's going to go up or down, but me, not only do I analyze live through a live stream, but also trade live. And when I'm not streaming, I'm constantly posting up my trades in our Discord channels and other chat rooms. And I always trade as per my analysis, and I show everybody how I react depending on how the market moves. Because what's more important than the analyses is how you trade, right? Sometimes I hold a position for a long time. Sometimes I run real quick. Mostly I run quick because what people don't understand is if you're entering into a swing position, the opportunity for a swing position only comes about once every 240th time. So because we trade, or I trade, the subscribers, the Korean subscribers, we trade using 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart is 240 times bigger than a 4-hour chart. That means for every position, every 240 day trading position that we enter, we get into one swing trade. So I think that's one of the things that people don't understand. And as I live stream more in English, I'll talk to you more about that. 호드리움이 님이 has a question. He's asking what the MEXC coin is. So MEXC coin is a hedging short. So I'm holding 1,000 MEXC coins. And that's because if I hold 1,000 MEXC coins, I get a discount on the trading fee. So MEXC has a trading fee of 0% for maker positions and 0.02 for taker positions, which is very cheap. But if I hold 1,000, I get a 50% discount. So my taker trading fee goes to 0.01%. 네. 근데 이 해칭 숏이 없다면은 MX 코인이 내려가면은 수수료 아끼려다가 괜히 돈을 잃는 거여가지고. 채팅 그냥 한국어로 하세요. So that's it, everybody. 뭐 분석이나 할 때나 영어로 하고 나머지는 뭐 그냥 한국어로 하지. 네, 호두리 형님, 챗 BTC 괜찮죠? 챗 BTC가 이름이 괜찮은 것 같아. 그리고 이 트레이딩 영어가 뭐 힘든 게 아니기 때문에 그래서 여기서 지금 롱을 기다리고 있습니다. 근데 아까 전에 일어나가지고 저기 점심 먹으러 가고 이럴 때 여기 위에 0.1비트가 하나 걸려 있어가지고 그냥 0.1 두 개만 이렇게 걸어놨었는데 아까 전에 그거 0.1은 버리고 이제 여기서 한 1비트 정도 한번 생각하고 있어요. 이거 호드리엄님, 이게 외국인이 시간도 맞추기가 힘들고 그리고 이게 처음에는 외국인이 들어오기 시작했었거든요. 근데 제가 한번 저기 한국 채널에서 이렇게 말해놓으니까 이제 이 유튜브가 이 채널은 한국 채널이구나라는 생각을 하고 있는 것 같아요. 그리고 여기서 지금 한 1년도 넘었어요. 한 2년 됐나? 마지막으로 뭐 한 게. 조금씩 하다 보면은 뭐 올 수도 있으니까. 외국인 친구들도 좀 모으고 싶어요. 외국인들이 또 잘하는 것들이 많거든. 그래가지고 채팅을 Too many pop-up. MEXC, I felt tired. 좋은 말입니다. Hey YouTube, this is an English channel. 여기가 이제 이런 이사 트렌드가 끝나는 구간이기 때문에 맞죠? 이게 이사 트렌드라면은 여기서 빅숏이 나올 수도 있어요. 근데 우선
여기에서 롱 한번 도전 한번 하고 올라가면 땡큐, 내려오면 어디 손절 잘 치고, 그 다음에는 이러고 나오면은 또 여기서 한 번 더 이제 롱 자리가 나오는 것 같고, 어떻게 움직이는지 잘 봐야지. 아, 그게 코스터님 보니까 낮에 시간 있을 때 있잖아. 제가 그때는 영어를 해야 돼. 밤에는 한국어. 왜냐면 시간이 낮에는 그게 맞는 것 같아. 왜냐면 호주가 좀 이르니까 아침이나 점심 때 시간이 있으면은 영어를 하고, 밤에 이제 시간은 맨날 밤에 있으니까 한국어는 그냥 하는 대로 하고, 이렇게 하면 될 것 같아. 아, 이거 근데 11일 아직도 4일 남았네. 4일 지나가면 저 이거 이제 0.01로 떨어집니다. 아, 급할 때 그거 오늘 다시 보여주지 마세요 그런 거 있거든요. 그거 체크해야 돼. 귀찮아서 안 하는데. 난 이 팝업은 괜찮은데 핸드폰이 진짜 힘들어요. 알림을 너무 많이 와. 알림이 너무 많이 와. 그래서 매매 안 할 땐 꺼놔야 되는데 그걸 꺼놓는 걸 까먹어가지고. 좋아요 한 번씩 눌러주세요. 그리고 제가 오늘 아침에 느낀 게 있는, 영어 채널 세팅하면서 찾아낸 게 있는데, 그거 있잖아요. 제 아래 레퍼럴 링크가 틀렸었어. 그 유튜브 아래 보면은 점점점이라고 막 이렇게 줄여놨거든, 긴 링크를. 근데 그걸 내가 카피한 거야. 그래가지고 어쩔 때 보면은 사람들이 뭐 제 레퍼럴 썼는데 뭐가 잘 안 된다 이런 사람들 있잖아. 그런 사람들은 내 레퍼럴이 안 된 거야. 아니, MEXC 가입했는데 대회가 참가가 안 된다 이런 사람들, 내가 그 링크를 잘못 해놔가지고. 근데 코스님 이거 꺼놔야 되는데, 매매를 또 할 때는 켜야 되잖아. 매매 알림은 와야지. 무슨 말인지 알죠? 뭐 익절이 됐거나 이러면 이제 좀 있어야 되는데 그런 게 없어가지고. 지금 고쳤죠. 근데 하도 하는 사람들이 많이 없어가지고 잘못된지도 몰랐어. 그러니까 언젠가 제가 그 더보기에서 카피 앤 페이스트를 해가지고 넣은 거야. 무슨 말인지 알죠? 근데 거기다 점점점이라 줄여놓은 거 있잖아. 그게 점점점으로 카피가 돼가지고 그걸 내가 언제 어떻게 카피하는지에 따라 가지고 되는지 안 되는지가 결정이 되는 것 같아. 그럼 여기까지 이제 하는 걸로 할게요. 저녁에 이제 또 한국어 채널에서 봅시다. 이거 또 이러고 있으면 뭐합니까? 네. 호두리움님, 우리 코스터님, 사탕수수님, 우리 머스크님, 네, 다들 감사합니다. 우리 도니와 우리 프로 형도 감사합니다. 밤에 뵙는 걸로 할게요. 바이바이.